He defied the gods. Now he carries the sky. But what if his burden hides a greater truth? Welcome, myth seekers, to another dive into the shadows of legend and the fires of forgotten worlds. This is Myth or Real. If you're into gods, monsters, ancient warriors, demons, or celestial beings, you're in the right place. Today, we unravel the colossal, burdened tale of the titan who holds the sky on his shoulders, Atlas. But before we dive deep into this mythic journey, if you enjoy these legendary stories, a like and a subscribe would help me more than you know, and it costs you absolutely nothing. And drop a comment. Who's your favorite mythological character? Kings, warriors, demons, angels, or creatures of shadow and light? I read every one. The rise of Atlas, born of the old world. In the beginning, before Zeus, before Mount Olympus, there were the Titans, born of Gaia, the earth, and Uranus, the sky. Among them was Atlas, a son of the Titan, Iapetus and the Oceanid Clymene, brother to Prometheus, Epimetheus, and Menoetius. While Prometheus was the clever one, the trickster who gave fire to mankind, Atlas was the strong one, a pillar of brute force, discipline, and endurance. He was not just a Titan by birth. He was a general, a leader, and some say, the mightiest warrior in the great Titanomachy, the 10-year war between the elder Titans and the rising Olympians led by Zeus. The Titanomachy, War of the Gods. The Titanomachy shattered the heavens. Atlas, unlike some of his more philosophical brothers, fought ferociously against the Olympians. He led the charge, challenging Zeus's lightning with raw strength and the fury of an ancient world. But power shifted. One by one, the Titans fell. When the war ended, Zeus dished out punishment. Prometheus was chained to a rock for defying him. Menoetius was struck down and banished to Tartarus. But Atlas, his punishment was eternal, the weight of the world. Zeus condemned Atlas to hold up the heavens on his shoulders for all time. Not the earth, as often misrepresented, but the sky itself. His task was not symbolic. In ancient cosmology, the sky was a literal dome that risked crashing onto the earth. Atlas was the guardian. That held it apart, forever. No rest, no reprieve. A living pillar between worlds. Exiled to the edge of the earth in the far west. Near the Garden of the Hesperides, the place where day ends and night begins. The garden, the serpent, and the golden apples. Not far from where he bore the sky lay the Garden of the Hesperides, home to the golden apples of immortality, guarded by his daughters and the 100-headed serpent, Ladon. These apples were so precious that even the gods coveted them. It was here that the demigod, Hercules to the Romans, came in his 11th labor, tasked with retrieving the golden apples. Heracles approached Atlas and struck a deal. Go get me the apples, and I'll bear the heavens for a time. Atlas agreed, seeing a chance to walk free. He retrieved the apples, but tried to trick Heracles into taking the burden forever. Heracles, playing dumb, asked Atlas to hold the sky just for a moment while he adjusted his cloak, and then walked away, leaving Atlas with the weight once more. The Atlas Mountains and Legacy. Atlas's name lives on in our geography. The Atlas Mountains in North Africa were said to be formed from his body, petrified by Perseus with the head of Medusa. Some myths claim that after countless ages, Atlas begged for death or transformation. When Perseus passed by, Atlas challenged him, and Perseus turned him to stone. Others say Atlas still stands today, not as stone, not as myth, but as force. The unyielding sky above, the constant spin of the heavens. He is still there. Lesser-known facts about Atlas. Now, let me hit you with some lesser-known truths about Atlas. The ones that don't make it into school textbooks or Hollywood versions. Atlas wasn't just a brute. He was also said to be a master astronomer. In some myths, he taught mankind the science of the stars, which makes poetic sense, since he was forced to stare into the cosmos for eternity. He had many children, not just the Hesperides. Some sources name him as the father of Calypso, yes, the nymph from the Odyssey, and even Mera, a mortal woman turned into a dog star. He was a symbol of resistance. In later philosophical traditions, especially in the Stoic and Roman periods, Atlas became a metaphor for endurance, the ability to bear unimaginable burdens without faltering. The first world map ever created was attributed to King Atlas of Mauritania, a historical figure likely inspired by the myth. This blend of myth and history is how we got the name Atlas for a book of maps. Final reflections. The story of Atlas isn't just about punishment. It's about burden. It's about strength, not in violence, but in the will to continue, even when there's no reward. He reminds us that some of the greatest struggles are invisible, and yet, we carry on. If this myth stirred something in you, give it a like. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss the next tale. It helps me keep telling these stories, and I truly appreciate it. And now it's your turn. Tell me in the comments. Who's your favorite mythological figure? Kings, warriors, demons, angels, dragons, gods. I want to hear them all. Until next time, seekers of truth and legend, keep your eyes on the stars and your feet grounded in myth. This was Myth or Real.